How's it going, boys? It's Monopooma here. Finally, after over a month of not uploading, Daddy Poomer is back uploading anything I want on this channel. But for now, instead of ripping into gacha games and having half the community trying to argue whose wife has got bigger tits or isn't a child, I feel like anime is what I wanted to yap about today. You see, a couple months ago, I talked about anime burnout and how shit it was for me, and how everything felt so repetitive, and there was just no new titles really grabbing my attention. And it was really boring, the best thing I could say. Until recently, after watching Dan Sakamoto Days, Solo Leveling, Konosuba, ReZero, and Bleach, these shows finally had brought back the joy and loving anime that I had back in like early high school days. I actually got to enjoy anime. I can sit down for 2 hours maybe and watch an anime. But this video isn't about those animes. It's about the animes that don't get talked about. And they get left in the dust, underground, for no one to ever truly discover and give a chance to watch. Shounen is without a doubt the most viewed genre in anime, and it's obvious when you have shows like these absolutely destroying the competition. With its flashy fight scenes, inspirational speeches, sad moments, cheeky romance, Shounen has it all, and it gets you so pumped and excited for every episode, leaving you on that perfect cliffhanger. Speaking with Solo Leveling recently, this season has been absolutely blowing everyone out of the park. However, like I said, Shounen is definitely the most viewed genre, but there is another problem. The repetitiveness and competition with Shounen. There's the huge dinosaurs that we have in this food chain who are basically dominating the anime industry. But then we also have the people below that, and those are like the small time animes. Now, let's break it down going back to like the early 2000s where anime wasn't as mainstream. The early 2000s. The days of early anime where everyone basically hated anime. Time where we got amazing titles like Fully Cooley, Inuyasha, Hajime no Ippo, Ghost Stories dub, Spirited Away, Hellsing, but the shit version, Naruto Choibits, Full Metal Alchemist, but the shit version, Tokyo Godfathers, Luna Legend Tsukihime. There were so many amazing animes that came out during then, and it was just so easy to keep up with them, especially Battle Vixens, the birth of just harem and ecchi anime. Something I probably shouldn't have watched when I was younger. It was heavily frowned upon just being interested in anime. People would think you're into those Chinese TV shows. Oh, you like anime? You like hentai? You jerk off to anime girls? Stuffing like that. You like kids? Whatever it was. Back then, anime was disgusting and frowned upon. No one likes it until as of recently. Back then, when anime was heavily frowned upon, there wasn't a very large demand for anime to be releasing. At this time, it gave all different types of animes and different genres and studios to shine and let people understand their audience and create a foundation for themselves to build upon. Essentially, since back then, anime was so limited and there weren't really a lot of shonens coming out, but such a wide variety of different genres, it gave newer fans and also veteran fans of anime to really explore different avenues of genres. Instead of always being stuck into the action shows, they got to experience like romance, thriller, sports, animes that really changed like our views on how we see life. These shows back then really helped create a foundation for us to explore different avenues of content. So many animes and their studios have grown and thrived off these early days and are now making some of the biggest shows. Shonen just overpowers every genre, especially with its weekly Shonen Jump releases, with Shonen mixing all these different types of genres. It's at a point where you don't need to really watch anything else but Shonen. Shonen is adding all these different genres, sprinkling it in there, and puts it perfectly in the story. Yes, it does make an amazing, impactful story, but it's really being carried by some of these amazing flashy fight scenes. Now, before you get angry about that, no, it's not every anime. Not every shonen anime relies on flashy fights. Demon Slayer. Especially like how it was back then with how many animes were coming out back then till now. The demands and fans have increased by like 1,000 times. Like if I go on anime list right now and you see from this season in winter of new animes including a couple big shonen, a lot of new isekai, romance, comedy, thriller, mystery, horror, you get it. But when we choose to look back on the same season but in 2003, it's basically half the size. And a lot of these shows are specials with only a couple episodes, movies, OVAs, but overall back then there was less stress to produce and have to over animate with impact frames. Especially with this high demand that anime has now, Back then, people could just sit back and relax, come home and watch an anime, and not have to worry about having to catch up with 50 plus animes a season. Plus, to be honest, it's become so much harder to recommend anime. When all the talk of anime right now is purely just action shonen, it makes it so hard to recommend someone who's new to anime different genres unless it's action. And if you do introduce them to those genres, they're gonna get stuck into them and not be willing to explore other avenues, because technically it has those other genres involved, but it's never going to fully focus on those other genres and how it can be explored in anime, except just amazing flashy action scenes. Plus, with Japan's animation situation being overworked nowadays, that work is definitely being displayed. But we gotta think of the smaller animes. Over the years of every year and every season, we always have that couple massive hits that outshine all the other smaller guys. The smaller animes, not a lot of people get to talk. There's a lot of other animes that are, in my opinion, better and are just more worth it to watch than Attack on Titan Season 2, Part 2, Episode 2, Final 3.0 plus 1.0, especially back in 2023 winter season when we had both Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga release. Amazing animes, don't get me wrong, they were amazing, but there were a couple animes that couldn't get enough recognition, and these shows just absolutely bursted that expectation and people just forgot about the other guys. For example, Nier Automata, unless it was a clip of Tubi's ass, then I guess we could say it was popular. Inside Spectre 2, High Card, Revenger, Bofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt So I Max Out My Defense, Spy Classroom, The Fire Hunter, D4DJ, and I could keep going on for multiple different years and seasons. And there's always 1, 2, maybe 3 massive dinosaurs on top of that anime food chain, destroying the competition no matter what. And it's shonen. Don't get me wrong, watching your favorite anime character, boy or girl, absolutely just battle it out to the death is awesome. Listen, my point is, with the rise of anime and all its new fans getting into the hot new shonen shows, which has all these different genres, it makes it incredibly hard for those independent animes to grow and become their own. And in a sense, it also restricts new anime fans to really experience and understand the different genres of anime and how they can be approached without having to use all these flashy fight scenes. Don't get me wrong, I still love shonen. Easily the best genre of anime of all time. But with all the new fans and high demand for these massive fight scenes, and in a sense, if you only watch action shonen anime and you're in that cool group of anime watchers, if you watch romance, you're frowned upon. Anything else that isn't a fight scene or is like just shonen, you're gonna get frowned upon most of the time. I don't know how to say it to put it into words because I'm not exactly smart enough, but nowadays trying to find an anime that really focuses on one genre, a romance, the mystery side of things, sci-fi, I feel like it's kind of hard nowadays. I feel, especially on my TikTok or Instagram feed, a lot of things I see are just clips taken out of the anime episodes of Sung Jin Woo killing this epic boss. That's all it is. I never get to see these cool romance moments, these cool heartfelt moments, these feelings of achievement when someone beats a test, when you accomplish something and it's not backed up by some fight scene. It feels way more rare to just find these really special heartfelt moments that I feel like we could more closely relate with when instead we're just getting basically shonen Kirito copies and, well, yeah, we're getting Kirito copies. Just absolute badasses who fuck everyone in their booty. But I think trying to explore other animes that are smaller and trying to stay away from shonen just gives other studios chances to shine and let newer anime fans just to explore different avenues of content. It feels hard to talk about that, especially when I'm trying to watch these cool new romance, thriller, sci-fi, sports, life-changing animes. I have Demon Slayer fans or MHA fans breathing down my neck about the mid-story, but high budget. Overall, what I'm trying to say is that shonen is an amazing genre. It definitely is. But I just think with how anime has become nowadays, shonen has just become the genre that everyone has and always will be talking about no matter what. Whatever you're using for anime news, I always feel top of the leaderboard will always be shonen, naturally. But we rarely ever get to see animes that really just change someone's views and like life views and their expectations on themselves. I feel like animes like Tatami Galaxy, Boogie Wop Phantom, Welcome to NHK, Kino's Journey are just animes that really change my life views and how I see the world. A bunch of amazing mangas that are overlooked by mainstream audience but offer incredible thought-provoking and emotional impact content which can leave a really lasting impression on anyone who's willing to dive into it and are willing to just take in all that information. Helped me change who I am and how I want to think about things in the world. Nowadays, small animes don't have a chance to really portray their message and what they want to bring across. And now shonen is just here absolutely destroying everyone in the competition no matter what. It's unfortunate that's how it is, but I'm fine with it. I just wish more fans would just be more open-minded to try new things. But hey, I can't tell you what to watch, so do what you want. If you want to keep watching Shounen, go for it. But hey, if you do like this opinion, even though it's probably dog ass, why not try some smaller stuff here and there that I said in the video? But besides that, I think I've had enough. I've definitely made some people angry with my opinions, as I do. Like always, please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Let's look at his ass. I'll make it clap. My cum is like Lizzo. It's thick and it's fat. Homie, I'm gay. Don't want the whap. Come in my yarmulke. Yummy, no cap. Spanking his ass. Begging me hard. Trekking that ass like Captain Picard. I love men in prison. An easy decision.